would look cool. He'd look cool. So let's go into this. What is this place called? Is there like a name for it?
Yes, it's the Orange Blossom Tavern.
Oh, I thought like it might have like.
So good.
I thought it might have like the rearing Pegasus or the dancing cookie. I don't know.
The prancing pony.
Yeah. And like when the barkeep comes up to you, he has to do like a little like a gallop like the Monty Python guys. That would be so cool.
I am your king.
Yes.
I tell Jen we've taken care of the Sagan problem.
He looks very shocked and amazed. He also asks if you have proof of this wondrous.
Well, we got this bag full of heads here. Hopefully it's all of them. There may be some stragglers out there, so tell your people to be careful and stuff.
I take the backpack and I lean across the bar and I like open up the hood real fast, look around the bar, and then slap it shut. Give him a peek.
Below the Master Fisher wanders up, very excited at the possibility of not being eaten. He does take a look at it, but as you do open up, you do notice that the difference between the magical bag is that which is sealed in the bag does not reek, but if you bring it out into the open air, it does begin to reek. And I'm also going to assume when you pull the head up, you actually do it from the biggest and the largest of them all.
No, I'm not pulling it out. I'm just like the trench coat guy. I'm just like doing a quick peek, like doing a quick show to the guy. Like I'm just gonna like, can I tip the bag and like show him inside the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, unless Robo wants to take one of the heads out.
No, I have no interest in that.
Well, maybe I'm curious and I want to come up and see. Can I do that?
Yeah, you should be able to move your character, actually.
That was fast.
Got a whole bunch of buttons around me now that I moved.
Yeah.
What do they mean?
Um,
I got a red, green, and blue at the top.
You can just click on like the side of the screen, it'll go away.
Oh, okay. Yep, there they go. All right.
What is Agodla's character name?
And I'm trying to peek over and see what it is that she's trying to show everybody.
I lean back, let him see. It's fish.
make me a perception check, Agodla.
Tell him how to do it.
What you do is you move over into the skills subsection, and you click on the perception skill, and it should automatically roll.
I'm looking here. Hold on. The skills. Oh, perception. So click on perception.
Yes, sir.
I did.
There are some really big fish heads within there that literally look like sharks that had been. So whoever this particular group of people are, they managed to murder something that most things are afraid of. And that actually, that's very respectable to you, and you're, keeping, 20-something heads from their latest spree of killing.
I might check it out. You want one?
I have a question. Like, where did? Oh, there's my roll down there. Perception. Okay, 12. All right. What? Do I want one? I want to look at one up close.
It's about this thing's head is about twice the size of your now human. So it seems like it would stand even taller than you. And you tend to tower over most other humans because you stand at about 7 feet in a land where most people aren't much higher than 5'4".
Well, then I guess I would have to have renewed respect for the warriors that would be able to conquer these things.
I look at this guy who just like literally bolted up here out of nowhere, and I'm like, I kind of like look at him and I'm like, you like what you see? You want to know how I got these heads?
Yes, tell us the story. I'll buy the first round.
Ah, nice. And I mean, me and my friend here, and I kind of tap knock and I go, yeah, we've been, well, I am the Baroness Ezra Lee, and this is my hand, guard, bodyguard, second in command, Knock. And we've been going through this land, uh, just helping out the villagers, taking back what we own. You know, Orange Blossom, it was under attack by these fish heads, and we took them out because it was the right thing to do.
I just watch her do it. She's really fast.
I don't know. He did all the heavy lifting. I merely supervise.
Well, is there any gold to be made in this?
Uh, uh, I mean, yeah, lots of gold and prestige.
Well, then I might be willing to join your band as you roam around.
But what makes you think that you're worthy? Like, are you even strong? Like, you can move fast, but can you fight?
Would you like to try me in mock combat?
Well,
I step back.
let me arm wrestle you. I toss the bag of heads to Knock. I roll up a sleeve and I put it on the bar and I wink at the bartender.
I move closer so that I can actually put my arm on the bar.
Okay, I grip his arm and I look at the bartender and I go, gotta teach these young bucks about stuff. And I grip his arm. And would we roll strength against one another?
It's actually not strength, it's athletic. There's a little bit more to arm wrestling and sustaining your strength. I will tell you this, though, uh, Agodla, you know immediately she's technically stronger than you, even though she's smaller than you. But both of you make me an athletics check, and we'll see who the win.
Okay.
You move her arm and move against the sides where her elbow is, and you start trying to push against the joint. But you can immediately tell because of the sheer strength compared to her size. Um, there's no way she's human. There's no way.
Aye, but I cannot back down from a challenge. If I lose, I lose as a warrior.
Oh,
Ah, good, good.
So Nock, you stepped all the way back, and then when it was about to go down, you ran back up to watch.
I never know what you're gonna do. I just wanted to be safe.
Oh, okay.
A little fire to you.
Do I win? Well, does he know that? Well, I mean, so I won the arm wrestling match?
You look pretty strong though.
Yeah,
You give him
you do look strong. I mean, you are strong.
fighters.
Well, you bested me in the arm wrestling, but I offer my sword to accompany you on your adventures.
Well, I mean, we definitely need people to help in this cause. Let me tell you what's been going on, and I tell him about the death of my father and me trying to protect my village and Nock trying to protect his village and the assassination attempts that we've gone through and beheading the Baroness's wife in this village to take control of this village. We let him down on the lowdown on what's going on.
Well, I am the last of my tribe, and it is up to me to ensure their names enter legend. So I again offer my sword to join you.
What's your tribe's name?
I'm the last of the Chimera.
Well played.
I I step back, gasping. You wait a minute. Are you a chimera?
Make me an arcade roll to see whether or not that's support.
Arcade roll?
It's one of the Baroness's abilities. It's
Oh,
the background of magic and whether or not you understand.
Oh, okay. Arcane.
What's a chimera?
You do have a sense that a chimera was some kind of magical creature. You don't know specifically what, and it's supposedly something from a faraway land. He does look like a local, but he's unusually tall. And the way that I could really put this is he's almost twice as tall as you are. So yeah, you could know it was some kind of magical.
I thought I thought the chimera were just children's stories. I never thought they were actually real.
I'm from a land far away. I've traveled almost half the world to be here. The fact that I've made it this far shows, points to my ability to survive and to fight.
Wow. I wink at Nock. Like, I give him the look. I think this is
What's I don't know. I'm in the dark here.
tell him, great warrior, and I motion to Agodla.
Can you fly?
No, I cannot fly. But don't expect me to save those who can't save themselves. It is nature's way that the strong thrive and the weak perish.
Yeah. I like this guy. He's he's talking some talk. Like, this is good. He's gonna add some class to this group we have. Nock, you're too wild. We need to sophisticate like him. And I look at Agodla and I go, this guy, this guy, he's going off the handle all the time. You should see how he talks to these villagers. We need someone like you.
I would be more than happy to join your group.
Yes. And I say, let me buy another round of your famous orange blossom non-alcoholic beverage. Because we might have to fight.
Whoa, wait a minute. Non-alcoholic? Any warrior that can't handle his liquor. I don't know if I'd want to join that group.
He's got a point.
Okay, give us some of your, rum. Or sake. Yeah, give us some of that.
In a dirty glass.
Not dirty, for me.
I'll just have a glass of milk, please, in a clean glass.
So, okay. They hand you a mug filled with sake that's so strong you can just smell the alcohol wafting off. Go ahead.
But with my great size, I know that this small amount of liquor will have no effect on my abilities.
Why don't you both make me a con saving throw, please?
Oh, fuck.
A what now?
Constitution saving throw.
Well, I guess these dice don't like me, do they?
Natural one is a bad thing.
Oh my god.
Something is hitting your stomach wrong. You don't know if it's like the meat that you ate earlier, or the sake itself, but you do feel a little bit woozy.
Well, don't they? The land from where I come from, we have wine made from grapes. Does this godforsaken land have anything like that?
You're gonna keep going?
All right, he pours you both, literally wine that's been made from plums, but again, it's a large mug.
I take a small, tiny sip.
You can't taste the alcohol in this one.
I watch Nock drinking his milk, and I giggle at him. Condescendingly, but in a friendly manner.
I look scornfully at Nock drinking milk as I take a mouthful of wine.
And I drink this milk like it's the best fucking shit ever invented.
Con saving throws.
You got to turn on your dice, Agodla.
You mean turn them on?
The little right above the chat box, there's a like a gear symbol, like a tool symbol.
Well, I'm getting rolls. I don't know what you mean.
Do you see your dice going across the screen?
No, I don't.
Yes. So click. I like to see them. I mean, maybe you don't. You don't have to, but
Oh, the gearbox at the top. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
and you click enable 3D dice.
Oh, okay. Enable 3D dice. I got it. Yeah.
And then I put on auto roll, and then it'll roll the dice, and you can actually see them roll. I don't know. It's a visual thing for me. I don't know. Some people.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay. I just did it. All right. Hey, how many Constitution saves are you rolling there, Nymph?
I don't know.
I just need one, which means I need you to do a
Oh. Well.
Who needs to do the reroll?
Baroness Ezra Lee. Still okay. Both of you are okay. It hasn't gotten any worse for either of you. Now, as both of you are getting to the lower end of your drink, the tavern owner once again puts a large thing of plum wine in front of each one of you. This time, even including Knock, and Master Jen literally says this is a gift from the lady at the table.
Don't drink it. I'm very suspicious.
I smell it.
Women
Okay.
don't give gifts.
As I am new in this land, I will accept your advice.
Roll me perception checks each.
Oh, it's a 6. I thought it was a 19.
Pretty good.
There does not appear to be any poison or tampering in the. It does occur to you that the drinks were never over on the table. It was actually poured by the same person who's been pouring all. She somehow sent him a message, I guess.
I wasn't particularly worried. But then no one's been trying to kill me, so I guess.
I take a sniff of the beverage, but I don't drink.
Hey, nymph, what's your character name here?
Ezra?
I look over at Ezra and I say, methinks we should ask yonder damsel to come over and talk to us.
Well, yeah. I look at this woman. What does she look like?
She's not dressed like one of the local. She's not wearing silks, but it's sort of like wealthy traveling clothes that are pretty much made to sort of accentuate her looks. She has a flower uh, braided in within her hair, which is kept up. She's unusually well dressed for this early in the morning, especially with the heat of the day ahead.
I
Perhaps, Ezra, there may be a commission in this which we can obtain some gold and break some heads.
You didn't like your gold, huh?
I'm
I am a
cautious.
mercenary sellsword.
Oh.
Oh, okay then. Well, I turn to the lady. Say hi. My name's Knock. What's your name?
She replies her name is Ren, and she motions for you to come to the table where she's.
Well, I just have to spin around, so I'm right there.
Is she motioning for all of us or just for Knock?
Pretty much all of you.
I keep a hand on my katana, and I walk.
I give my drink to Agodla. What's your name, Agodla?
I don't know. I haven't thought of one.
Jesus.
I give my drink to the Chimera.
The Chimera of Clan Chimera.
And then I take my milk and set it on the table and sit down with it.
I brought my glass over with me also.
The Baroness moving over.
I have a hand on my katana, and I sashay over like a model.
She's very fancy.
This is a formal. This is how I introduce myself to people I don't know who are dressed fancy. I can't let them upheave me or whatever.
Make me a performance check.
It's okay. You don't have to defend yourself.
I sashay up the wall like freaking Dio walking up the wall.
He said performance check.
You should see her dismount a horse.
Am I rolling?
Yep.
I
One roll.
didn't mean to. Let me do it again. It's for some
Go
reason.
click. It's not a shooter. You just have to click once.
There we go. Oh. What?
Look at all those 20s. And then you roll them.
Right?
The way I'm going to interpret this line is that you are performing really, really well. And then as you grab the chair to move it back, it screeches in an unladylike fashion at the strength of your grasp. And then you sit down very dangerously.
I roll down my sleeve, but I kind of like flex a little bit.
I roll my eyes and think, what have I gotten myself into?
I give her a steely gaze.
Anyway, the lady at the table introduces herself as Red. She says she's just a person who travels around wandering back and forth. And she was actually seeing if anybody was interested in a game of chance.
Game of chance? What do you mean, game of chance? And I look at her while I say this, and I say, we've been playing a game of chance since we've been born.
And she pulls out a deck of cards.
I look at the Chimera, and I go, can I call you Conan? I used to read these books back in my village, and he was a great warrior, too.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, Conan. What do you... I mean, we just met you here. Do you know anything about her? I mean, did you come with her?
I got to be careful what I say here. No, I've never seen her before. But if by chance we could make some money and have a grand adventure out of this, it might be worthwhile to listen to her.
Well,
I think she just wants to play a game, you guys.
Well, let's find out.
A game of chance. But I'm not a gambler, so you two go right ahead.
well, I can't play this game without you. You're my hand. I need your advisory input.
Well, I mean, I'm watching.
I look at her and I go, what's in it for us? Because I'm not here for idle games. I got real important stuff to do.
Ooh, good.
She smiles in a very nice fashion, and she says, "It's no problem." And what she does is she takes a handful of coins out of her purse. She divides them up. She puts 10 in front of each of you and 10 for herself, and says, we'll just do a series of bets. You've all played cards before, right?"
I have in my native land.
I look at her and I go, look, Ren, we got heads in a bag. You better make this really worth my while. Because, I mean, 10 gold pieces and I flick one. This is baby money. I don't think you know, but I'm a baroness. This is an insult. For games, is she at all charming to me, or Because
Ezra, it's not an insult. She's just trying to be friendly.
I whispered to Ezra's ear, ask Ren where Stimpy is.
Do you know about this Stimpy?
She was like, she simply says, if you would like to play for more, we can certainly play for more.
I just sit back and think to myself, this is going to go well.
Well, then I say to Ezra, why would she give us money to play with her? Do we keep the money if we win, or what is her ultimate goal?
I look at
And
her.
I look at them and say, she's sitting right here. She can hear everything you're saying. She's a person. Just talk to her.
I look at her and I go, what village
Well,
are you
nicely.
from?
Ezra, nicely. Remember the nice thing we talked about?
The women in this village, we don't really have a very good relationship. So I'm gonna be cautious with her. I mean, she's this random mysterious woman giving me gold that, I mean, this is a tiny amount. And then she wants to play this game. We got heads in the bag. We got a new warrior with us. I mean, this lady, it feels like she's kind of a bit insulting. Like, does she not know who we are?
We've only been in the village for 2 days.
We saved this village. Everybody should know us. We should have
We
statues.
just saved it last night.
Well, they should have put statues up the fact that we're so brave.
I excuse myself from the table to go to the bar to get another drink.
You can
And I
have mine.
asked the bartender if he knows anything about Ren.
Oh, clever. I lean in onto the table to look at her and I go, what do you really want?
Answering Agodla first, the bartender responds, she wanders in from the town every once in a while. She's a very good customer, but you should be warned. She's a
She's a what?
high roller. You can make
Is she
the
is
history check to see whether or not your character actually understands what he means by.
okay?
That's still enough for you to go. Gambles for what the villagers would consider a considerable amount of money, but villagers compared to you aren't used to considerable amounts of. Just putting gold out there to them in many cases could be a considerable amount of money. That's a day's wages per coin.
Then why would she want us to bet with her but give us the money to do it? What will she expect from us?
Are you asking the bartender?
Yes.
Many people from Cherry Blossom like the thrill of
You're cutting out. You said like the thrill of, and that was all I heard.
gambling.
Well, I thank the bartender for his advice, and I take a drink and I head back to the table.
You guys, you're so paranoid. Okay, I'll take you. I'll play with the money she gave me. I'll be like, yes, ma'am, I'll play. Why not?
All right, I'll look at the milk drinker and I'll say, well, if he can do it, I guess I can too. So I will play also.
Okay. My first question for you guys is, do you have a tool set called playing cards? All it means is whether or not you're proficient and very experienced with playing gambling games that involve playing.
I do not. I have a wood crafting set. I'm very experienced at carving things.
Oh,
I'm looking here. Where would I find it?
It would be under tools, which is under your passive perception, which is under your.
Oh, I see. Yeah, passive perception.
It goes. This is what it has. It goes query, attribute query.
Tools, proficiencies, and custom skills. And it doesn't say anything about games of chance.
Little thing there.
It usually comes with your background, whatever background you took.
Oh, I have it. It's under your.
Oh yeah, I see it. Playing card set. Okay.
Yeah, and then when I clicked on it, it gave me this little box, and I put charisma in the box because.
Where did you find that?
Well, when you click on it, this tiny box should pop up.
In the simplest of terms, think of this as somebody at a gambling table, and high roll effectively wins for that. Odessa starts off with a 16. If you do not have it, all it means is you can't add your proficiency bonus. The normal attribute that would be involved with this is charisma. Do you guys have charisma modifiers?
No, I don't have
do
it.
not.
So you roll a straight die 20.
Whoa! Wow.
How do I do that?
In the
Click on
corner,
charisma, where the actual.
Oh, but it's not.
word-
Oh, actually, if it's not checked, it just means there's no modifier. Okay. Okay.
and I'll roll for her where you guys can see it.
What?
Now she's got a 10 modifier.
He has advantage.
Can I flip the table?
Yeah, but I got an
I'm kidding,
18.
I'm
Doesn't it
kidding,
mean
I'm
I? Doesn't that mean I win?
Oh my god!
Yeah, Thomas wins. So it boils down to Agodla walks away from the first game with 4 gold pieces.
Ooh, nice.
He's going to become a serious gambler. If he finds his gold doing this, he's going to be like, "Fuck you guys, I'm going with it."
Yeah, but I like to knock heads.
Yeah. See?
So she throws in the next gold to see who stays in. Keep in mind, you guys each now still have 9 gold, with the
Oh,
exception
it
of Agodla has even more.
Well, I turn to Ezra and I say, I would rather go out and knock heads and make gold rather than sit here and play at this table. I'm restless. What say ye?
I look back at him and I say, "Let me best this woman. I can't be outdone. Let me, and I throw in 2 gold chips, and I go to ante it up.
Okay. Ante is now 2 gold.
Okay.
Okay, now I calmly look at Ezra and say, "It's okay to lose. It's just a game. It's nothing to get upset about."
I look at Knock and I go, "This isn't about the game."
Ooh, we lose.
No, I got a 19.
Oh, you win. Yeah.
So Ezra picks up 8 gold. It appears that Ren and Robo are now down to. Ren throws in 2 more.
I'll throw in 2 more.
Yeah, me too.
I take a step back from the table and I look behind me at this guy in the corner, and then I look at her and I cross my arms.
You're actually aware and know all of the people in there. It's just the village elders and
Oh. Oh. Well, I still do it anyways.
okay. So you sit this game out.
I got a 9. I gotta let it think for a second before I click it.
Okay. She apparently won that round.
I put, how much do I have left? 5? I put all 5 back in there.
Oh, your last game in it early. Huh?
And not to be outdone by the milk drinker, I put in 5 also.
And she puts in 5.
I look at her and say, "You're very good. I'm out. This is why I don't gamble."
I push what I have left over to her, and I bow respectfully.
And she bows. She looks over at the Baron.
What do you want? I'm just kidding. I look at her.
In a very nice voice, but in a challenging one. She looks at the Baroness and goes, "You're not afraid of another game, are you?" Make me a wisdom check.
Did you get a 2?
No.
Oh. Well, I would have taunted you. Ah.
Yep. The the red dragon side of you doesn't get the better of you, so it doesn't manipulate you in that you've been challenged. It does upset you.
Okay, so at this point, I go up to the table and I grab one end of the table and I push it aside and I walk right up to her. So we're like pretty close. And I look at her and I go, "I'm not really one for games. After I just risked my life for this village. You got some kind of beef with me? You related to the old Baroness up there? What?"
And she says, "No, not at all."
I can't find in my skill list. I'm pretty sure I have a skill that says Ezra handle. It's kind of missing here.
I look at her and I go, "Tell me what your real name is, because I know it's not Ren." I'm bluffing.
Roll me a deception. And she goes, "Yes, yes, it is." Roll me an insight check. She doesn't appear to be lying.
Oh, okay, Ren. And I just kind of like look at her and I go, "If you want to stay in here and play your little games, that's fine. But on the other, I have places to be. So unless you have something better to offer me than a few pieces of gold, then we're done here.
She doesn't appear to respond. She just smiles sweet.
Sensing danger, I half withdraw my sword from its sheath, knowing that I owe fealty to Ezra, who has bested me in arm wrestling.
I watch him draw a sword, so then I like draw my sword.
What does the hand do?
Rolls his eyes.
The hand ponders how ridiculous this all is and says, we got to go get some rest. Or at least I do. Let's go back to the garrison, make sure they haven't destroyed the. Head to the door.
I look at the hand and I.
Chimera, let's go check out the garrison. You'll like that place. Lots of war stuff going on there. Maybe some guards that you can arm wrestle.
I won't move until Ezra moves toward the door, and I'll be the tail end Charlie to protect her six.
I won't
Roger.
move till Agodla moves because I don't know why he pulled his sword, so I'm really paranoid.
I pulled my sword to defend Ezra against Ren.
I don't know that, so I just saw you pull your sword, so now I'm pulling my sword.
Let's go! I wave my big beefy hand. Hey!
So then I'll move opposite the door.
I follow his movements, but I keep watching her.
I set up a blocking position so that Ezra can make it through the door without being attacked.
I don't know what this is, so I look at you, and I look at Knock, and I kind of nod, like, and I go, I mean, and then
You guys,
I
not
recognize
everyone is an enemy. Not everyone is an enemy. It's okay. I don't smell any danger.
I recognize the uncertainty in Ezra, and I move further away so she can clear the door.
I watch him move closer to the girl, and I also move closer to her, so that we're both now paired up to her. And I look at him and I wink, like, because I think at this point we're gonna get the drop on her.
And I wink back and I let her know that I respect her and I show fealty to her because she bested me at arm wrestling and has great strength.
I look out the door towards Knock and I go, well, let's get out of here. I don't want to play this game with this woman. And
Thank God.
I put my sword away, but I give her a look. And I say, you better watch your step around here. And then I head for the door really fast. Before she could say anything, so I could get the last word, because I'm petty.
And then I realized that Ezra may have been upset with my pulling my sword, so I slam it back into the sheath to the hilt, and I follow out the door.
All right, and the three of you proceed to the garrison.
Ooh, I can hear birds.
And lunch. Oh, I mean horses.
What are the three of you doing?
Are we in the garrison now, or are we just approaching it?
You are in the garrison right now.
I don't see anything on my screen, just the map.
Where are we? Trying to. I have to adjust mine because mine is. I had to like.
Zoom out. You zoom out. You're there.
Oh, there we go. Okay, zoom out. Let me see what I got.
Now that we're in the keep, I look at Ren and I greet her in a nice way.
Okay, I see us now. There we go.
Okay. So the house steward, not to be confused with game. Unfortunately, Ren is a fairly common name in this area. Bows back at you.
I introduce Conan to her and I tell her, this is Conan. This is he's a fellow warrior that will be joining us. So he has he's allowed to be in this house and at any time come into this house.
Are you okay with your name being Conan?
Well, until I reveal my true name, I allow it to be Conan.
Nice. Can we give Ren? I mean, do we? Well, we still have the heads in the bag. So maybe we can have her set up a meeting with the elders to then show them the heads.
I go up close to Ren and say,
Ren.
Ezra's in a bad mood today. So just be.
I don't hear this. But yeah, I greet Ren and I tell her, how's the kids?
She bows and lets you know they're still looking for the mothers of each.
Good. And are they doing well? Are they having fun? Or, doing kid things?
She bows and responds yes.
I nod. Well, we were successful on our conquest. We were able to help defend the village and kill all the sea devils. So, for now, this village is protected. I'd like to gather the elders together and deposit the heads as proof. But then we must be going. We cannot stay in this village. We have things to do.
The bartender is one of the elders, and all the elders were in the bar. We showed him the head, so you can assume that they all know at this point.
Also, without rest, you don't regain your spell slot.
We need rest, like pretty badly. But it is morning, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is.
I'm feeling weary.
I'm pretty scratched up.
Yeah, we need cat naps. Prepare us separate beds, but close enough together that we can be close together.
Done.
And we rest to get our abilities back. What season is it? Is it like winter, fall? What's the time of the year? Is it springtime?
It's spring.
Ooh, nice.
Cherry blossoms.
Yeah. There's. I'm getting a second screen. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm hoping at some point there'll be a way to like drag images onto the map, like temporarily. I think that could be kind of cool. I don't know. Be like, this is the flowers that bloom in this village, and this is the drink you just had, you know, or so I don't know. So
After 10 hours of rest, you
what does it look like? I mean, has anyone notified us? Did we receive any ravens or anything or letters from when we sent the letters up to the stable boy or to our from our villages?
no, it's too short of an amount of time.
Did you let your home place know what's? I can't remember if you did that.
I did. I sent an update to them before we went out to take on the sea devils. I mean, I go to knock after we've rested, and I tell Conan, I go, you know, I think it's time we leave. Ren, and I tell this to Conan, I go, Ren should be able to guard this house and keep us appraised of what happens here, but we have other villages to explore and adventure to, or explore, and we have other things to we have other places to be.
I await your orders.
And I tell him, you know, Orange Blossom is dependent upon White Rose. And White Rose we haven't secured yet, so we have to travel to White Rose to secure that village to maintain the safety here, or it's just going to be taken over by another war leader who will, you know, end up attacking us again, more than likely. They're very tribal in the way that they do things. It's very hard to find loyalty nowadays, but luckily with Nock, he's been very loyal, and we were able to secure our villages.
That village to the south, they were taken over by this village, right?
Yes.
So that's what I. So the village to the south may not know who's in charge, and plus, he took a lot of soldiers over to Camellia, and most of them might. I'm not sure. There might not even be many soldiers down.
Well, we can gather the resources that we need there, see if they have any soldiers that could join our army, and get an ideal of the place. I mean, their villagers might need help as well, and in order to secure this land, we need to make sure all of the villages understand who's in charge now.
Trying to decide if I'm too concerned with like the defense of the village and not.
Last week, you just said you didn't want to be tied down here.
No, I don't. Which means I don't want to be too concerned, but I don't want some neighboring village to just roll in here and carve up everybody for the sake of carving them up, like they were gonna do in my village. I figure if this village is stable, then at least my village will have some warning, and thus your village will have some warning. I really don't care what happens to this place. I just don't want, like, I don't think all these innocent farmers and people just trying to live should be carved up for no reason.
Well,
At least with you in charge, they just live their lives and pretty much in peace. You leave them alone unless they want to. So things should be good, you know? Just stay out of the ends and things will be good.
eventually trouble will find us, though. I mean, if we stay here,
The best defense is a good offense.
we very true. And I'm saying all this stuff like to you, and you're saying it to me, and I also go, you know, we have enemies, and these enemies could come here, and it could endanger this village. I mean,
So what's your objective? To build an army? Is that what you want to do?
I look out like in this real noble way, and I go, well, my dreams died with my father. For now, the only thing I can do is try to become the empress. It's a
No.
One
Wait.
way to achieve peace is to destroy all your enemies.
That's incredibly true. No more threats. That's the only way you can do it. If they don't want to be your friends, then, I mean, he's talking right out of that book written by that guy about war.
Where's one of the idiot guards? I bring one of the idiot guards over here.
Okay. One of the 3 guards left in Orange Blossom comes over.
I just bring him over. I'm like, first, what's your name?
I am Lo.
It can't be Ren.
All right, Lo. Why did you become a guard?
To protect the village.
I laugh.
Were you born a guard?
No,
Why do you want to protect the village?
because I get paid well.
Exactly. If someone paid you more, that's probably a bad question to answer in front of her.
He'll extort us.
Do you have any loyalty other than who's paying you?
He says, of course, I have nothing but undying loyalty for the Baron. Make a perception check.
Pretty sure.
This is suspicious.
Anybody who wants to. Oh God, he's lying out his ass.
All right, Lo. I know this isn't true.
Do we
I'm
all
trying to prove here you're a guard for the money, but you just want to live in peace, right? You don't want to fight, right? Am I correct in saying that?
Most soldiers for hire aren't really looking to fight. We're just
That's
looking for the
right.
benefits.
Exactly.
Which is all the more reason why we need to move out and destroy the enemies around the village.
I nod.
Right. But basically it means all those air quotes enemies in the other village, which you would probably call the soldiers of the other villages, aren't really enemies. They're just people there trying to make a buck and live and hope they never actually get in a fight.
However, at some point they will get in a fight because their leaders will cause them to take over another village. And if they do not comply, they will be killed by their own people, by their own leaders.
True. But if you can convince them not to fight because they don't want to anyway, then you won't have to beat them.
However, their leaders are the key. And if their leaders are in power, we all know that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Right. So if you eliminate the leader, then would the soldiers still fight for that leader?
I think the soldiers would fight for whoever eliminated the leaders.
There you go. Do we understand this, Ezra?
I'm watching intently and I nod. Yeah.
So while I regret we had to kill the 28 soldiers that attacked my village,
It's more than 28.
well, let's just call it 28.
It was almost twice that.
I feel a little uneasy about that, but that was in self. When we're the aggressors, it's no longer in self-defense. So if we can get past the soldiers without having to fight them, they could then become part of your magnificent army. They would then be your soldiers.
So
As long as you paid them, of course.
Oh, of course you can. You got.
But they're going to be about as loyal as Low here. A better objective would be find soldiers that are, well, a little more invested than just money.
Well,
If they want you to be leader, they'll fight better. If you're just paying them to fight, that's different.
and I look to Conan and I go, how do you instill loyalty without violence?
By your example.
And the Chimera speaks a little wisdom.
I nod and I look at Lo and I go, come here. And I beckon him to me.
Well, he walks up.
I cast prestidigitation on him with dancing lights on him.
Well, it'll be a lesser version of the cantrip, dancing lights.
Oh, yeah, not dancing lights, but prestidigitation to have like the lights on him, like little light like on him.
I assume you're trying to persuade him.
No.
Okay, he has dancing lights on.
What does he do? Is he like amazed?
He looks at the magic nervous.
I look at him and I go, look, Lo. Now, you already know I'm a powerful cleric as well as wizard. What you don't know is I can also apply a ward on you. And as long as you protect this village, then nothing bad will happen to you if you protect it with your full life, with everything you have. But if not, then luck will be gone from you and misfortune will fall on you. I place this boon on you that's double-sided. If you're cruel or lazy in your duties, then your ancestors and the children you have will suffer. But if you protect this village honorably, then you will gain honor for your family, as well as the ability to provide for yourself. Would it be deception?
Give me a deception check.
Oh, damn.
Ah,
He believes you.
And I lean in and I go, I got eyes on you everywhere.
Roll intimidation.
Ahaha.
He is intimidated.
And I kind of step back away from him and I look at Nock and Conan and I kind of like, I wink. Well, I don't wink. I nod. Wisely.
Okay.
I just tell Lo, okay, you can go back to your duties. And I walk with him a little and just say, she means well. She's intimidating and she's strong, but she'll protect you.
How would they know I'm strong if I didn't show acts of strength?
Oh, maybe because you cut down a bunch of people in the other. We just wiped out a whole family of Sahag.
Yeah, but did you see Lo? He's just as dumb as ever. So I mean, he didn't. There are ways around people like Lo, I think.
Yeah. But like loyalty can spread like a virus. If you just start small and then we'll grow.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of you
Fear runs the same way, but is less productive.
I want them to be afraid of how much they love me.
Well, I ask Ezra, is Lo one of your best guards, or is he substandard?
He's terrible. He's not loyal. He falls for simple boob traps. I mean,
What about your other guards?
there's only 2 others. All the other men in this village, they were sent off to war.
Right,
You
but are
requested.
the other 2 guards as good as Lo, or are they worse?
Well, I mean, I don't actually know. I thought they were all pretty bad.
Well, if you want Lo's loyalty, make him a sergeant of all the guards that are in the village, and then he will look at that promotion as a step up.
Hmm, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, let's do
Put
that.
an idiot in charge.
But the other 2 are idiots also.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Did you send away for more soldiers? Was that something you did last week?
Yes.
You can send away all you want, but as long as the bounty is active and the gates are closed, you can't get more people from the sea via the town.
One second.
Well, what is preventing us from getting more soldiers?
Within the earldom, which is made up of the 10 baronies that are, which in a lot of places would be called like it's basically the amount of noble rank that a count or a countess would normally, which is less than what a duke or a duchess would. The countess that was here locally died in the war, and then her family was assassinated, and they sealed the township to where there's no massive flow of goods and services through, and they're not allowing the different baronies because some of the barons and baronesses are suspects to replenish their stockpiles of, or their personal army, and they can effectively cut it all off because it's the only real seaport. So if it's not somebody locally grown, you're not going to get them until you're friendly with the town again, which is they're waiting to figure out who the murderer was.
So Ezra, you want to be Baroness here of this village? You like? Do you want this village?
I thought I was Baroness of this village.
Well, you are, but you can walk away. I mean, you have Snowflower, you have Camellia.
What? No, no. I'm
If-
ruler.
but if you want this village, do you really want this?
Yeah. I mean,
Or are you content living peacefully where you were? Is basically what it comes down.
no. I'm not content with just these villages because these villages could fall under attack at any moment. And as my enemies grow, at some point they'll outnumber us. We have to take them on before they can get to us.
Right. So I'm here because they attacked me. And you're here because they attacked Camellia, which, you are responsible for. So I understand. The question is, why did Nakiri attack Camellia? Like, why did he just suddenly up and wander in there with all his soldiers?
Because the emperor was killed, and my father was killed, who was the ruler of Cherry Blossom. So, I mean, the people that protected us in the past were killed. So what happened is their enemies came down and wanted to seize control. So right now we're just trying to secure these villages so that they don't fall under that same thing. And I tell them, it wasn't just my father that was killed by this, it was also our standing emperor who was taken out. So that's why all the villages and the other barons are acting in this tribal manner and trying to kill one another for power. And if I'm not the one to seize power, then somebody else will. And when somebody else does, they won't come here peacefully. And with only 3 guards here to defend this place, we won't be able to defend it for too long.
What is the closest threat to this village?
Well, if we don't secure White Rose, somebody else will occupy it, which means that whatever resources White Rose has, they'll have. And I'm trying to see the map real fast.
The problem is securing it. Like, we can't even secure this village. These 3 idiot guards aren't going to secure this village. And if we don't stay here, then, it's going to be open to attack. I don't know if there's much we can do about it.
Well, maybe when we go to the other villages, we could maybe find other soldiers that could help. I mean, right now we're not going to get any aid until we take off the blockade. Right now they're going to block any request for help that we have because they still think that I assassinated the emperor's family.
Right. And White Rose is supposedly under control of this village, unless they've gotten word by now, but who knows. And Yoko, the Baroness of Nightshade, she could very much be an ally.
Oh, yes.
Where the heck is Nightshade? I'm looking for.
Ezra, her hometown is Cherry Blossom and Snowflower, right?
Oh, Nightshade's way over there. Because if we go to White Rose, basically we would probably run into the same situation we're in right here. If you really want to make something happen, you probably have to find Baroness Yoko and see where she stands. And since she's also on the assassination list, she probably stands with you. And we've already killed Nakiri, but he may have been standing with you, except by all accounts he seemed like a real asshole, so I'm kind of glad he's gone.
He didn't stand with me at all.
Right, but he attacked, right.
I mean...
But right now, there's no way to secure this village without soldiers, and we're not going to get soldiers. So we may just have to leave this place to its fate and hope for the best. Because there's no way we can there's no way we can hold off. Like, we can't be in more than one place at a time.
You're right.
And I don't just want to kill a bunch of innocent people.
What about do we know?
I just want to end the threat, basically, and live in peace. And to end the threat, we got to find out who's good and who's bad.
Well,
But Yoko's been targeted, but so wasn't Nakiri. But maybe Yoko's not so bad. Maybe we can go down to Nightshade, talk to those people, see what they think of her. All undercover, you know.
Yes.
It could be we come back and this village is completely destroyed. I worry about Camellia, but I don't know there's much I can do.
Well, if we leave this village to its fate,
I mean, the elders are here. They'll run the village, but if it comes under attack, I mean, we can't just stay here to protect them. And we don't have soldiers. And you don't want to move the soldiers from your other village up here because that doesn't seem like a good idea.
could we send some of the villagers here to one of our more protected villages?
How would they live?
Yeah, I mean, if they want to go, but their lives are all here.
Well, since I'm new to this group, the village to the east of us in the barony of Camellia, what is that?
That's where I'm from.
All right, so that is under our control.
Right.
What about to the west, the barony of Magnolia?
No. And I don't know anything about that place.
Are they a threat to us?
I think it's the Empire has put out a hit on these three.
Yeah.
The Empire or the barony of Magnolia and to the south of it, Red Rose, used to be under one baron. He and his family were assassinated. There's a little bit of disarray, but it still had some town defense when you moved through it, Agodla. You got here by... There was supposedly some large bounty in this area. You never actually found the boards or whatever, and you just kind of started wandering.
So is the barony of Magnolia friendly to us or hostile?
Neutral.
So then, where is our biggest threat from?
Right now, it may actually be the town of Cherry Blossom. It's the one blocking everything off.
They're the ones who are putting up the hit.
Do we have any intelligence on the town of Cherry Blossom?
It used to...
Didn't Ezra send Nakiri's head over there to like show him that we killed him, to try to collect a little piece of that 100,000? But your name's on that list too, Ezra.
Yeah, but it had instructions that I was the one who killed this guy. And I didn't assassinate the Emperor, and that it was actually Nakiri. I did like your idea of going and finding Yoko, because she was also on out of the 3 people that were on the list of supposed assassins, she was on there too. And her letter to us, I mean, she warned us about this, so she might be a potential ally. I mean, we might have to go to White Rose on another day. I mean, I think we need an ally, another ally. I think we need somebody who has soldiers who weren't lost to the wars. And Yoko might be that ally.
And where is she located?
Where is she?
She was Nightshade.
Yeah.
The Baroness of Nightshade.
Can we get to Nightshade without running into opposition somewhere else?
You could potentially go through the forest to get to Nightshade, it would be at least a week's journey.
I can get us through the forest really fast.
How?
I travel as fast through forest as I do on a paved street.
How?
And my party travels with me, goes just as fast because I'm a ranger.
Oh.
The roads are nothing to me. Plus, I grew up in the forest.
Yeah, about that. You have some unnatural strength. I mean, the way you in that last fight with the sea devils, it was
Yeah, and a 14-year-old girl just beat a chimera in an arm wrestling contest.
well, you grow up in Snowflower. It's the soil.
Yep, you grow up in the woods. It's the air.
Oh. Well,
Well, then I say if Nightshade is where our only ally might be, then maybe it's worth taking the risk and go there.
okay.
I mean, the ultimate goal is to eliminate the threat to our village. And to do that, I'm not sure what really has to be done, but that's a start. You need allies. We need armies to defend the villages. And you know what? If I, literally, if I have to take over this entire empire to do it, I'll do it.
Well, hey, I'm taking over the Empire.
Well, sure. At least I can trust you if you're in command.
Yeah. I'm reasonable. I say we go to Nightshade in hope of meeting Yoko. We have her letter. It's our best chance at finding an ally, so then we can take down Cherry Blossom, because unless we take down Cherry Blossom, we're gonna run out of resources, and So are we in agreement to Nightshade?
Aye.
Yeah, Nightshade's a ways away, and chances are this village is going to be overrun. I mean, I don't know. I mean, these are small villages. I don't know why people have such a reason to even go after them. But there it is. I just don't want to see all the townspeople slaughtered for no reason. Maybe we could
You got one foot out the door.
down while we do this.
I mean, we could definitely have them hunker down for a bit, maybe self-quarantine. I don't know. We could, I don't really feel comfortable leaving Amada and Yuki to die. I mean,
Exactly. That's the dilemma I'm having. Because if we leave, chances are someone else is going to come in.
but if we stay, it's the same fate
Well, where will that threat come from?
everywhere.
I don't think White Rose is a threat because basically we took out most of their soldiers anyway.
It's a passage.
And then the threats from the east aren't. There's no threat from the east. It's basically Magnolia, Cherry Blossom,
But
Barony,
we don't
Red
do we have
Rose.
the strength to take Cherry Blossom?
I doubt that. That looks like a city.
Yeah, we don't have
And
the
if
strength.
we were to go to Magnolia, would Cherry Blossom come to their aid?
I don't know.
Hey, what'd you say about Magnolia earlier? Was the town was in like kind of disarray?
They're neutral to us.
Much like with Ezra's father, they had a baron that was in charge of two baronies, and not only he was killed in battle, but his family was assassinated. So effectively, there's nobody governing over Magnolia or Red Rose below it. And from what you've learned, there was a separate baron that survived and came back from the war at White Rose, but he was conquered militarily by the baron from Orange Blossom here before you conquered and took over this area.
Right. So all those barons, so all these eastern barons are kind of in disarray. Everything east of Cherry Blossom isn't that much of a threat unless they organize really fast. So we probably have some time. Because the only guy who was organized was here, and we took him out. So the only threat would be from Cherry Blossom, and since that's the center of the place, they seem like they're too busy at the moment.
Well,
So we might have time to go to Nightshade. I mean, it's a risk we'll probably have to take, right? I'm going to be pissed if I come back here and it's all destroyed. I'm going to send letters to the DM. Strongly worded ones.
Yeah.
Well, our presence here may cause more of a threat to Orange Blossom than if we were to leave.
All right, so let's go to Nightshade. Tell the elders here just to be on guard and that we have to leave. And the village is relatively unprotected in the meantime.
What would be your path of approach? Would you want to head east and then sort of skim? Would you want to head south and sort of skim the mountains? You also, even if you're going across forest, there is the problem that there are waterways that are significant enough there, especially if any of your characters don't specifically have the skill to swim.
Well, how big are these rivers?
They may look small on the map, but keep in mind that the scaling on that is one of those hexagons is literally a half a mile. So literally it could be 100 feet or more to get across, even to what looks small. I mean, they're feeding into... Yep, you could do that approach if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll go around all the rivers. Does that sound good, guys?
Yeah.
So you're going to go up the road first and then cut across the forest?
Yeah. I mean, kind of just west of here, then between the two.
All right.
Wait, does this river go through here? This goes all the way through, right?
Show me again.
Oh, why it's doing it? Stop. Like right there. That river. Are those two bodies of water connected?
Underground.
All right. Yeah, so we'll cut through here and then cut through here and then go down like that. I mean, it's going to take a few while. It's like 2 days travel, maybe more.
And you're completely skipping the roads?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, we can go through Magnolia if you guys want to check it out. We can just kind of nonchalantly ride through.
Well, are either of you known there?
Well, Ezra can turn into a big boobed lady. So,
Turn into what?
a big boobed girl.
Oh, yeah. I can do that.
Yeah, we'll go through Magnolia just so we can take a look at it. And if it looks like too much trouble, we can just go around or we can just go straight through.
Yeah.
but not cause any trouble, right? Right? Do we all understand this? No trouble.
Right.
Right.
And you're going to ride through the night?
I mean, I would say go through during the daytime. I mean, we could probably get to Magnolia today and then stay in an inn and then at least have one night of comfort for you guys. Although I'd prefer to sleep in the woods.
Do we know who would be most likely to attack Orange Blossom?
Probably Cherry Blossom, because it's the only place that can get here.
Yeah, but they'd have to go through Magnolia. More than likely.
Right, which is where we're heading anyway.
Yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good idea.
Because White Rose is the same barony as this. So there's really nothing. There's nothing down there. I mean, you can go down there and assert dominance, but it really is not going to have any point.
Yeah. I think that's a better idea. I say we go to Magnolia then. On our way to Nightshade.
Because I'm impatient, I want to leave now and make it to Magnolia by nightfall. Because it's like, what, midday or late day?
Well, you slept for 10 hours. Assuming it was like 9 a.m., 10 hours later would be 3, 6. So you probably have about 2 hours of light.
Yeah, we can make it over there and then just sleep there for the rest of the night and then head down.
Okay. Yeah.
Sound good? Unless somebody's got a better plan.
I don't. But before we leave, I want to say goodbye to Yamada and Yuki and just kind of give them both hugs before I leave.
Okay, you do so.
Ooh.
Inform the elders that we're leaving and be on their guard.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I wish we had pictures of our horses, though. Like, we need to have something in the forums to show us these little details, like what drinks look like, what the horses look like, what the seasons look like.
Get Mida to make a Discord channel here. You can post them all right there. Or just put it in the regular Discord. But it'll be mixed in with everyone else's.
Yeah.
There's like Google Draw that everybody can share drawings with. If you open another window to that, you can drag and drop pictures in there.
I gotta tell you something, Robo. I got really jealous of you and your big fancy screen, computer screen. So I pared down from 2 screens to 1 to get the same one that you have. Because I got jealous and I only have 1 screen now.
I know, I want to put another one above mine.
I know, right? It makes editing so much more difficult.
I love the big screen, but I want another one right above.
Yeah. Or mounted like on the wall to the side. So you could just like, oh man, that'd be cool.
Sometimes I split my big one, and it's like having 2.
I don't know how to do that.
You just put a window on each side, and you can like move between the 2.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I might start doing that and make editing a heck of a lot easier.
A sheet on one side and the map on the other side.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here.
Start heading out at 6. Unlike the last time, the roads seem very well maintained. It seems like you're going to be able to make the entire trip without event.
Nice.
Seems like.
classic.
Yeah, it's nice.
Each one of you make me a perception.
Let me try it one more time. The 19 was the real one.
The last one was the real one.
Look at Conan over there with his 26.
About time.
As you're traveling up the road, there are 3 figures on horse coming the opposite direction. What's unusual about is that they seem to be in full warrior garb.
Are their weapons drawn or sheathed?
Their weapons appear to be sheathed. You all can go ahead and move 6 squares if you wish.
Well, that's not good.
Sure, it's good. We're rolling to see how good they like us. And that 19, that guy really likes me.
As you're both going by nicely from one another, you notice that one of the horsebound ladies stops her, looks right at Ezra, and draws her sword.
I'm
As
in
she-
disguise.
How are you in disguise?
Damn it. I thought I cast Alter Self before we left the thing, for the big boobs.
And yet I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't see. I didn't remember. I remember talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I thought, oh, fine.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, nat 20. Guys? You guys there?
What?
Oh, you gotta roll initiative.
I have to roll too? Okay, hold on. I'm looking for it.
It's just a d20.
What does that mean?
When you go up to your little dice on the tooltip bar, you scroll over it, and it goes d20, and you just click it one time for one dice.
I'm looking for that.
You can just click on the word initiative in your character sheet.
Yeah, but I don't see it.
It's right below where your name is and all that, like fighter, human, armor class, initiative, speed. They're right next to each other.
Oh, that initiative. Okay, I see it now. I was looking at the toolbars on the side.
Nice. We didn't do bad. No nat ones.
Did it show up?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know the whole point thing in this 13 point whatever. I don't understand.
I've never seen a 13.11 before.
Yeah, it's because the way the character sheet works funny. Like
It's it also gives your dex, because one of the old rules is if two people have simultaneous initiative, the person with the higher dex goes. So it's showing the dex score in addition.
oh, okay.
All right. Even though she's drawing her sword, Ezra, you're the first to go.
I attack her with my katana.
You're pretty far away.
Oh, well, damn,
It's horseback. You can move 6 squares. No.
I don't think I'd. 1, 2, 3.
It's this one right here that drew her sword.
So if I move the 6, I'd be like right here? Right in front of her or right here?
Normally to the side.
So like, can I move there? Like, damn. Like, yeah, like go from here to right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that where you want to position yourself, though?
Well, if I move, can I still attack?
Yes.
Oh, well. No, I don't want to do that. I want to not do that. I want to. Damn it. How do I stop drawing? Okay, I want to. I want to. If I. Can I cast from this angle?
Yes.
Okay, then I want to cast. I want to cast one of my spells, and I want to cast. Firebolt at her.
Roll it. Make me a perception. Okay, and the second you cast Firebolt, it literally impacts. If she were a normal human, she would have been burned to ash. If she was somebody of some supreme high level, it would have left large welts and gashes. It literally does nothing to her. She is not human. Knock, it's your go.
I don't like her.
The music stopped. But in the combat.
What kind of weapons are they carrying?
The women are carrying swords. The male has nothing more than a and flowing robes.
All right. I guess I want a hunter's mark. I want a hunter's mark. That one, the one on the right. And I'm going to shoot her with my bow. Oh shit! I didn't put my bow down here. I didn't make a macro for my bow. Really? Of all the things. It's +5, so it's 20 for the first shot.
Hits.
But she's immune to fire damage.
That's 10 points of damage. Assuming it hurts her.
Your bow is magical.
Yes.
It hurts her.
The second one is 15 plus 3, so 18. Does that hit?
Damage.
Four.
Hits her again. One last roll.
$15.
Okay.
That hits.
Yes.
4 more points of damage. Shitty damage rolls. Oh, wait, and Hunter's Mark for each one of those hits.
Mm-hmm. Does Hunter's Mark apply if other people hit?
No, I think it's just me. Or I don't really know, actually. That's 10 extra points of damage from the Hunter's Mark for the 3 hits. I will look up Hunter's Mark. Let me see. You mark it as you query. All attacks deal 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon. Can I have any advantage on any wisdom checks I make against the target? Yeah, I think it's just me. That's it. I'm going to stay where I am and let them come toward me.
I think it's Conan's turn now to attack.
Not yet.
Oh.
Ezra, make me 2 Constitution saving throw. The lady attacks a total of 3 times, hitting you twice with sword. The thing is the moment the swords strike your flesh, you know that they're coated with something extremely nasty on top of being magical blade.
No. Well, I have health potions.
It's not your go. Conan, it's your go.
All right, I can move and shoot, move and hit at the same time.
Yes. You can either use your battle axe on horseback in melee range, or you can.
I was going to use the battle axe here.
You get 4 attacks.
Just do 4 in a row.
Yes.
Okay.
Doing the math. You get 4 nasty gashes on her. She's still. There is no way this person is human. No way. Doesn't even bleed right.
Whose turn is it?
It's there. The other lady misses you 3 times in a row.
Look at those rolls. It doesn't happen to me.
What is she attacking with?
The man in the robes manages to hit you once. He kicks as hard as a horse does when he does so. He's really not favoring his weapons at all. Ezra, it's your go.
I attack with my katana and I aim for the girl closest to Agodla. Three times.
The hit.
See, I knew we should have killed that girl in the bar. She probably set these people on us.
The bladed woman looks very damaged. Knock it's your.
It's my turn. So I'm still on horseback, right?
Yes.
So if I move and then attack, can I move again and then attack again? Like I'm only going to use the 1 square. You know what I mean? Or do you have to use all your attacks either before or after you move?
If you kill the first target, you can move to the second.
All right. So I want to jump off my horse and land here. And attack that girl. But now I'm flanking her, so I get advantage on my attacks, right?
Right.
Well, I don't need advantage. Does that hit? Yeah.
Hits.
14 points of damage.
First one down.
All right. And then
That's the second time in a row.
can I move there?
Yes.
And then I want to attack this guy. who I'm also flanking. So I roll with advantage 18.
18 hits.
That's 5. Oh shit! And I want to move my hunter's mark to him, which I should have done earlier.
I'll let you do it.
All right. Sweet. So 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
You slap.
All right. So I have another attack, right?
Yes.
22. Yikes.
Hits.
For 14 and for 18 points of damage. And Colossus gives me 6. 24 points of damage.
36, actually.
Nice.
Wow.
Agodla, it's your go.
I am ferocious once I get going. Should have stayed where you were, Agodla.
How many attacks do I get?
You get a total of 4,
Oh, okay, still, all right.
and you hit.
Jesus.
Jeez.
He is still up, but he ain't happy. Alright, it's their go.
Screw this. Agodla could go in from now on.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, they hate you. They hate you.
Oh, natural 1 means nothing counts.
Right over your head and into the girl on the other side.
Yeah. They kill each other.
She gets 2 hits in on you.
Oh.
Wait a minute. They moved out of my melee range, which means I got opportunity attack.
Go ahead. Who you doing it on?
I'm doing it on the guy because he's annoying.
Roll it.
Oh, come on. Oh, looks like I whiffed that.
Roll me another. Nothing happened.
They're shifty.
Yeah, they're not human either, so I'm kind of curious to like what they are.
Oh, that's too many.
Yeah, that's too many.
Okay, I have to describe this because the two of you are going to notice this. The guy who doesn't like anything but his fists, for the most part, comes in close right after Urza's taken 2 more nasty shots from the female. And he raises his fist up while like impossibly balancing on the horse at the same time. And he hits her 3 times in quick succession, which both of you guys know is actually a death fist move. And there's like an energy that goes off as he snaps his fingers, and like blood sprays out of the little Baroness, and he still kicks her 2 more times. She looks really hurt.
I get attack of opportunity for death. Like a death saving attack. Is it my turn now?
Make me a comm roll.
A comm roll? What's that?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. Damn virtual dice.
Ezra, it's your go.
Alright, I attack again with my katana and I attack the guy. And I, like, yeah, I go right for the head. Roll damage now? It did it, oh.
He's hurt, but he's still up. Robo, it's your go.
Ugh. I'm tempted to go after the girl, but this guy's doing a lot of damage. Alright, I'm gonna move there. So that at least I'm flanking him. And attack. With advantage on this, right? Because I'm flanking. 16 hit.
No.
Advantage gives me 23. That must hit.
23 hit.
2 plus Hunter's Mark plus Colossus. So it's 7, 4, and 6.
Roll next attack.
16 points of damage for the first attack. I don't know, 16. Does that hit? No.
16 doesn't.
And then my third attack. 24.
24 hits.
Woo!
So what, 21 points of damage?
You hurt him, but he's still up.
Come on!
Yeah! Come on, Agodla!
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
See that sword on my little blood symbol
Alright,
down there?
I'm gonna hit that guy with a longbow.
Okay. Two of those hit. He tried to get fancy as you were shooting the bows at it, like he was going to catch the arrow, but he didn't manage to.
How embarrassing.
A monk. I've seen this before.
The worst of the fighting classes.
All right. The lady with the swords once again slashes Ezra, excuse me. And now the monk.
I thought he was dead.
No.
I didn't get a chance to go.
I'm trying to get them off you, but they don't seem to be cooperating.
I think if we can torture one of them for questioning, I even say the woman.
Ezra? It's your go.
I attack the friggin' monk with my katana again.
Roll me a straight die 20, please. You rolled the one. Nothing happens.
Wow, damn it, I knew I should have cast Thunder Wave.
Nothing happens from your fumble. You don't drop your sword, you don't accidentally hit an ally. 2 other attacks do hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Robo, it's your go.
This monk's still alive?
Is still alive.
I hate this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go at him. Ooh.
Nice.
$13 points of damage.
You hit him hard?
I hit him hard, and he dropped like a toilet seat, right?
Nope, he's still up.
Jeez.
Son of a. Does 18 hit?
18 hits.
It says it's rolling the dice.
It looks like you got a 9. Okay.
All right, so 9, 14, 20, 19.
Alright, you get the killing blow.
Woo!
This guy was acting. I'll let you describe how you took him down.
Oh, I stab him straight through. The sword comes straight through him, right next to Ezra's head, but not inner.
Woo! But don't graze me.
No, exactly. But I still have an attack, right? So that was my second one.
Yes, you do. His horse runs out of the way.
Can I move all the way to the other side?
Yes.
I'm gonna go over there and then take. I grapple. Can I grapple? I don't know. My third attack might be iffy. Can I grapple this chick from over here?
You can attempt to, sure.
I don't even know how to do that. Just a D20. I don't know if I have any.
D20, full proficiency modifier, full strength modifier.
So I don't know. Well, it's a 6. I don't know what my proficiency is. Just probably.
As a ranger, you know how to grapple.
So proficiency modifier would be what? 6?
Plus 6.
And strength is 3, so 9. So 18. So I don't know if that succeeds or not. Yes!
You
Rip her right off that horse, throw her on the ground.
Woo!
And I scream, don't kill her. Now you two need to come over and knock her ass out.
Yeah. I take a health potion.
okay?
What do I do? Nothing?
Non-lethal strikes. Just make sure you let Layla know they're non-lethal strikes.
Yeah, you can hit her for full battle axe damage, or just using the flat end, not the sharp end. It's like one of those old TV shows where you just knock them out or hit them in the back of the head.
Do I
Stab
just
her in the
describe it or roll the dice?
Just roll the dice.
Okay, but I mean, what am I doing?
You're smacking her on the head while she's all grappled up until you guys can knock her out. Is what you're.
Oh, okay, I see.
You're losing like the side of your axe, not like the blade
Right.
or the handle. You can say. Just don't roll a 1 because I'm like literally right underneath.
Okay, you get 4 solid. Her skull is unnaturally hard. She's screaming in a way that's not human. It sounds infernal.
Whoa. Is it my attack now?
Yes.
Can I? Now she's grappled. Is she like struggling? What's she doing?
She's struggling. It's just she rolled the 1, so that messed her up for the whole round.
Ooh. Can I cast charm on her?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I'll try to charm her. What do I roll for that?
What's your
It has
what's your intelligence modifier?
intelligence modifier is 2. 14.
Save DC for yourself.
How do I know that? Calculating if I can successfully do this, because if I can, we can actually question her before we kill her. And she won't try to hack us up when we do it. I was gonna just stab her in the eye, but I don't know if I could stab Robo by accident. Do you see it? So what do I do? She'd have to make a wisdom saving throw, and it lasts for an hour.
You believe you've charmed her.
Is Robo still like holding her down?
Yes.
Well, I'm not close to her, so I scream at her, "Who sent you?" in a Batman voice.
A Batman voice would mean intimidation, so roll me intimidation.
Well,
That's pretty good.
what?
She does not appear to be intimidated.
Well, does she answer me?
No, which means she's not charmed.
Well, is it still my turn?
You have taken all the actions you can. Robo, are you maintaining your...
Yeah.
Roll
I don't,
me...
yeah, I'm not sure if I can attack or anything, but I know I can keep her from making an.
You're attempting to keep her from cutting loose. I'm going to allow her to roll counters to your rolls. So roll me 3d20. I'm just going to use her base.
I don't know what to add to those. They're not very good rolls. Actually, she didn't roll that great, but one of them was better. Oh, it was 9 if it was strength and proficiency, remember? So plus 9 there.
Plus 9. Two of you have strength high enough it's negating. You're actually a little bit stronger than she.
Nice. So she can't do anything. So you guys can keep. I don't think I can do anything, right? I just hold her, right?
Right.
Well, I see her struggling. It's my turn?
Yes.
All right. Well, I see her struggling, and I saw that Ezra's intimidation didn't work. So I tried to persuade her to cooperate.
Do you do that by talking to her, or do you do it by trying to knock?
By talking.
Okay, roll me a persuasion check.
Ah.
Whoa. Damn her.
Maybe it's time to just end it, Ezra.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Now, the way Robo's basically on top of her body, so like I can't hit any of
No, I got her from behind, like in a headlock, on the ground, I think.
You can effectively attack her with advantage. You just don't want to roll 2 ones.
Oh, I want to stab her in the eye.
All right, attack, attack, attack.
It's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye, and then all the I'm sorries in the world won't bring it back.
Yeah.
One more.
It's non-lethal, non-lethal.
It's non-lethal.
I don't think stabbing someone in the eye can be non-lethal.
Yeah, I read that as this is full lethal.
I did it in a persuasion-y way.
You know, I believe in your red dragon little heart. You truly believe it.
Yeah.
And what's important is you believe it. Conan, it's your go.
All right. So what happened? Did she kill her or what?
Nope.
Did I take out her eye?
Nope.
Did I wound her eye?
No, you didn't hit her in the eye.
Oh. What
Well, I don't have any magical abilities, so I look at Ezra and I ask her, does she want me to finish it?
Just cut off a couple of her arms, or an arm and an
Knock
arm.
her out!
We're trying to get her to talk. Hack off a couple limbs. We might let her crawl away from this.
Well,
Knock the Hand is seriously considering all of his life choices up to this point. And wondering how he got in this position.
So what do you want me to do?
Try to threaten her. Tell her we need to figure out who sent her.
Smack her like you're in a British dungeon. Just
All right, I'll smack her. I guess that's intimidation, huh?
A British dungeon? Like a kinky thing?
I'll smack her around.
You doing it with your hand, or are you doing it with the?
Flat of the battle axe.
All
Wow.
right, more rolls. Four really good whacks on her. She's got bruises on her. She's still up.
You mean she's still down?
Well, she's still grappled.
Okay.
Ask her where she's from, or who sent her. Don't ask her where she's from.
tell her to yield. Yield!
Yeah. Slap, slap, slap. Where
Well,
are
it's
you
your
from?
turn, Baroness.
Did she say anything? Did oh shit.
She ain't yielding for no. She's literally trying to freaking bite and claw at Knock.
I stab her in the gut.
By the way, Knock, her attempts to bite and claw you, they scratch.
They hurt? They actually hurt me?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Well, I stab her in the gut. Actually, can I put my hand through her stomach? Like,
Baroness, I think you should disembowel her.
that's what I'm gonna try to do, but she's so strong. I thought if we disembowel her, she'll probably still be alive and might be more susceptible to talking.
This is what you attempt?
Yeah.
A disemboweling.
Yeah.
Roll attack.
I mean, well, I don't think that counted because I didn't use any of my bonuses.
You have advantage. You can roll again.
What do I
Keep
ro-
in mind, she's somewhat prone.
What do I roll for this?
D20.
How many?
It's a sword attack if you're disemboweling her with your sword.
Oh, I got 2 more. Wait.
One more.
What is all this plus 16 and stuff? Jesus.
Yeah. That's actually. How do I have? Well.
Because like I know my character sheet and Roll20 fucked up all the numbers. Like mine are really high over there, so I kind of rolled it. I'm like, Jesus.
Do I have plus 16?
It's the way that Roll20 is calculating certain things. I think it ends on the high end.
Yeah.
But part of it is her base strength, plus her proficiency because of her abnormally high strength.
I mean,
That's
power
the
to
base.
her. I'm just worried I'm gimping myself over here by not like using the Roll20.
Yeah.
If it's off for the actual hit, it's off by maybe 2. So I haven't really been looking too closely at it.
Wow.
And you're just confirming, you're disemboweling her.
Yeah.
Okay. She gets a cruel smile on her face as you're doing this, and then she like vaporizes. You notice when you look back, there's 3 horses, but there's only 1 body left, which is the person who did that savage attack on you.
The man?
Yep.
What? So she just vaporized? What?
One last clue. Make me an Arcana. And the guys can make me a religion check too.
$16. I know about the Lord.
Oh.
Agodla just thinks it's a magic trick. She disappeared. Robo, in this particular information you'll have, you actually smell as she disappears the whiff of brimstone. And Ezra, as you see the disappearing mist, it actually takes the form of not just a brimstone smell and heat, but wings. So you believe it's a greater devil of some sort.
Greater?
Hmm?
Ooh, greater.
Yeah.
What?
That's not good.
Why did they disappear? I mean,
They went back to their plane.
wow. I hope it's not because it's like, oh, a truly evil act or some nonsense, because that wasn't an evil act.
I go search the guy.
Oh, can we have the horses?
Yeah, you can have the horses.
They're just regular horses, right? They're not like demon horses. I'm gonna take the horses for. How am I doing as far as health after? Because I started out with 4 health potions. I've taken 2, so I have 2 left. So actually, I only have 1 left.
The odd thing in searching the monk is that he appeared to have no actual magic items, not a one, which is unusual for somebody that's that powerful.
Yeah, monks can be that way.
The horses that had the 2 female devils on each are actually laden with a combination of gold and gems valued at about 3,000 each for a total of 6,000.
Nice.
You're keeping track of this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is where we're going to end it for tonight.
All right.
Whoa.
This was a lot of fun.
Woo!